Alright, well, this was definitely a video I never wanted to make. However, here we are. So what is going on, guys? Riley here. Hope you guys are having a better day than I am. Today, as the title suggests, we are going to be talking about an incident that occurred yesterday with the Hellcat on Interstate 10 between Houston and San Antonio. So first, I'll give you guys a little bit of backstory about what happened, and then I'll show you guys the actual incident on film that my dash cam captured, and then we'll go outside and take a look at the Hellcat and I'll show you guys the damages. So yesterday I left Houston and headed to San Antonio, which is about a 3-hour drive, and about an hour and a half into the drive, so about halfway in, I ran into a bit of an incident that I'll probably just show you guys so you know what I'm talking about, and then I'll kind of talk about it. But the important things to note here: I'm okay. The Hellcat could have been much worse, definitely. But I'm just very thankful that I'm okay, thankful the cars didn't get totaled or anything, because what I'm about to show you, it may not look super crazy or whatever, but it could have very easily gotten seriously out of hand, and if, you know, one thing happened slightly differently than it did, it could have really resulted in something really bad. So I'll go ahead and play you the clip now of what actually happened. So now I'll kind of walk you through the incident and, you know, what was going through my head, what actually happened that you guys can't make out from the video. So let's take a look. Alright, so here we are on my editing software. I just want to kind of play everything back so you guys can see, you know, what exactly was going through my head. So, you know, we're just driving along, cruising, and what you guys probably can't see is that down here it actually shows your speed. So currently this says 67 miles per hour. So, you know, we're traveling at normal highway speeds. Now, I'm not sure if it was this 18-wheeler or a different 18-wheeler, but obviously an 18-wheeler, semi-truck, whatever you want to call them, had some kind of blowout, and that giant, large piece of tire was, you know, in the left lane of I-10. Now, what you can't really see in this video is, from my perspective, so you have to also realize that the camera is more on the passenger side of the car, and it's also higher up. So you guys have a little bit better view than I did as the driver. But what you guys don't see is that, yes, there's this car right here, but there's also another car that is, you know, right next to me. So when all this is happening, I could tell, yes, you know, something's going on. This guy threw his brake lights on, so I was like, well, something's happening. And I could see this little piece of shrapnel. So clearly I was like, what is going on? And my options were either, you know, go right, which would be hitting a car, or go straight down the road, which I clearly thought, you know, there's something in the road. Or option 3 would be go off, you know, on the shoulder or possibly even the grassy area. So we're going to speed it up just a little bit. And between this moment right here, which is when I can actually see what is in the road, to this moment right here, which is the tires right here of me hitting it, I literally had 1 second. You see right here it says, so this is at 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And when I actually hit it, it goes to 2 minutes and 6 seconds. So I had 1 second to decide what I was going to do. And in that 1 second, I basically decided, okay, well, I'm not going to hit the car that's located here to my right. I'm basically going to, I made the decision prior to this to follow whatever this car did, because I was like, hey, you know, this red car will probably avoid what is in the road. So I kind of committed, okay, I'm going to copy what their movement is. And yeah, I mean, at this point, there was no way I could jerk the steering wheel back to the right. I was already committed. 2 wheels are already in the grass. And that was pretty much directly in the middle of the path that I chose to go, which, you know, like I said, this all happened in less than a second. So it's just kind of one of those things, what can you do? And that is just hit the shrapnel and try not to crash. So following directly after the crash, I'm actually sliding in the grass right now. I really don't have much control of the car at all. And as you can see, there's a little center divider thing that's like these metal poles with a strong metal wire that runs through them. And I was really scared that I was going to hit that. So I was really trying to just slowly bring it back to the shoulder. Right here, I went to the front of it, looked at the damage, and, you know, said a few not nice words. I was pretty heated. So yeah, just go ahead and run this back one more time. You know, car to my right, don't know what to do. Oh, there's a tire there, directly hit it. Try not to crash into that. Actually, what's kind of interesting is the moment I hit this car, you guys probably can't see it, but this right here says 63 miles per hour. So that's a 63 miles per hour impact with, you know, a good chunk of tire. And I believe these 18-wheeler tires have like metal, I don't know if they're metal wires or what exactly they are, but they're not just like some weak tires. Those suckers are strong, and you know, to hit that at 63 miles per hour with a 4,500 pound vehicle, that definitely is gonna, you know, leave some damage on the car. So now that you guys have seen what happened, let's go outside, we'll take a look at the Hellcat, and I'll show you guys the damages and talk about what's next. Alright, so at first glance everything seems to be just fine. You can tell down here in the bottom of the splitter, it's got a little bit of scratches and stuff on it, but where it's unfortunate is over on this side. So we have a broken front splitter, as you see there. We have a broken front bumper, as you can see there. This, I think that will just kind of buff out, maybe. Most of it will, I'm not sure. But clearly it's gonna need a whole new bumper because, you know, that has a giant crack in it. Needs a whole new splitter. As you can see down below, it's all broken down there. The inside fender liner is also messed up. Kind of hard to get a good view of that one, but yeah, and then you can walk up here to the front bumper, and as you can tell, you know, the whole front splitter is almost detached actually from the bumper. As you can see, I can pretty much just pull that straight down, so that's messed up, super loose. The whole bumper, I guess something happened to where the bumper is kind of loose now. So I'm thinking that there's probably some like plastic push pins or something within that got messed up. Also, this right here is dented quite a bit now, and it's just like very weak and flimsy. So yeah, the front fender, or the passenger side fender, is messed up. I don't think it actually cracked the, oh yeah, it did crack the paint a little bit right there. But most of that, I think, I don't know if you can just repair that or if you have to get a whole new fender, but we'll see. And then also the fender liner up here. The fender liner here at the top of the wheel well also is, you know, just broken essentially. So yeah, I got this side pretty good. The wheel also got a little bit. I think I can probably buff all this stuff out, but yeah, wheel got hit pretty good too. So, oh yep, down here too. So yeah, I got the dented fender liner's messed up, up here. The wheel got hit, which I think I can fix that. We'll need a whole new bumper, we'll need a whole new front splitter, all because of a 18-wheeler blowout on I-10. Now, one thing I am thankful for is that if you look right in here, that right there is the oil cooler, so I'm very happy that it didn't bust anything there and drain oil all over the place. I'm also just, you know, very thankful that the car is mechanically sound, it drives fine. I don't think there's any like internal damage anywhere. I think it's just a cosmetic, just a new bumper, new splitter, and you know, the fender and all that stuff. So it could have been a lot worse, and I've been trying to kind of price out how much this is going to cost. A new front bumper, front end on a Hellcat is like $1,200. A new fender I think is probably like $200, and that's both unpainted. So just for parts alone, I believe that this is going to cost like $1,700, $2,000. But I am going to go through insurance on this. So I have a $500 deductible, so I'll be paying $500 out of pocket, and I'm assuming that the insurance claim, all said and done, will probably be a $3,000 to $3,500 insurance claim after parts, labor, paint, all that stuff. So just kind of sucks, and I think this also might be a farewell to the stripes, considering they'd have to get redone, and I've been kind of considering taking them off anyways. So stripes will probably get taken off. Didn't really want it to be this way taking them off, but yeah. It just kind of sucks for something, you know, so simple. You hit a tire in the road and then, you know, creates all of this mess, and that just, oh man, it makes me so sad. I take care of this baby, it's my baby, and slam it into a tire. So like I said, for something that seems relatively simple, it's going to end up being a decently costly fix, and I'm not looking forward to that. Also kind of gonna be a little bit depressed if it shows up on the car's, you know, Carfax as like being in an accident or something, because it's not really like a full-on damage. There's a guy in a Camaro staring at me. Creepy. I think you guys could actually see that on video. He was like right there, and the guy was like, Weird. But it would really suck to have, you know, the car's been in an accident on the Carfax when it was, you know, you hit a tire and it just kind of minorly damaged the front bumper and the fender and stuff like that, but I guess such is life. Looking back on the accident, you know, obviously I can sit here and tell you things I should have done differently. I should have been in the right lane. I should have, you know, just slammed on my brakes the moment I saw brake lights. I should have, I mean, I guess those are the only two things I really could have done in that situation. But I'm just happy I didn't swerve to the right, happy I didn't hit a car, because that would have been T-boning a car at 65 miles per hour on I-10. Also happy I didn't jerk the steering wheel any more to the left and go hit a metal fence with metal wire running through it, because that would have been really bad. Happy the car didn't, you know, get caught up in the grass and flip or anything. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, and I'm just happy that, you know, the car still drives. It's just a little bit of cosmetic damage. I'm happy that I'm okay. Just kind of sucks. And as for the 18-wheeler, I'm really not sure where the tire came from. I'm not sure if it was a blowout that had just happened. If you saw in the video, there was an 18-wheeler just ahead in the right lane. So I'm not sure if it came from him. I'm not sure if it was something already in the road. I really don't know. Like I said, everything happened so fast, and I pulled over instantly on the side of the road to check my car out. So, you know, he could have been where his tire blew out and he took the next exit, or who knows. But as I always say, just here documenting the ownership experience of my car, whether it's good or bad. Unfortunately, this one's bad. But such is life. I've been trying for the last like 24 hours or so to not beat myself up too much about this and like, oh, I should have done this differently and stuff, but I just can't help but think all that in my head. And the day before, I had spent like 5 hours giving this thing a perfect detail, and, you know, I made it look immaculate. And then literally right after I got done cleaning it, that's when that happened. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. You have to sit back and say, well, this happened for a reason, and, you know, I can't do anything to change it. But yeah, that is today's video. So hopefully next video I'll have some better news and better content to bring you guys. But for now, that is today's video. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.